All right, another audit of the money I spent in a particular month, but I'm going to go about it a different way. Lately, I've been watching a lot of Roman Fure, or however you pronounce his name, and Caleb Hammer. I never really got the hype around Caleb Hammer, to be honest, but after binging a lot of both creators' videos, I've realized that there's a better way to go about these videos in my series. I will basically just run through my bank statements for the prior month and my credit card. I have both my bank and credit card statements that'll be involved in these videos going forward. So starting off with my bank statement, got paid from wagey job at the start of the month, after taxes, superannuation/retirement fund money, and my company share purchase plan, I get a nifty $670-ish coinages into my bank account. There was a transfer of $700 out of this account on this day too. I prefer to keep this bank account as depleted as possible since there is a card linked to this account, so it's possible the money from this account can be hacked and stolen via a card, whereas I have another account that does not have a card, so it's much more secure. Had to pay a gym membership of $20.61, as regulars of this series know. Got paid the next week from the office gig, $2,444.93, and then I got paid $554.64 from wagey job on the same night. As you can see from the transfers, I transfer money out of my account almost as soon as I receive it. So another gym membership payment on the 10th. And for the rest of this image, you can see there was some OSCO payments sent. This was to hold some furniture related to my new house. So lots of transfers and payments to hold items. And then another payment of $765.83. The extra money from an extra few shifts at a wagey job goes a long way. Okay, next image, next round of transfers and whatnot. Another payment to the gym, a cash withdrawal transfer out of my bank account, transfer money back in and out, I don't know, a bunch of transfers. The Woolies withdrawal was buying some stuff and some cash out, cash for like Facebook Marketplace furniture and whatnot. More transfers and transfers to hold furniture and shit. The most annoying things here are the operator fees and staff assistance fees. Cost me $3 to withdraw my own money, and $2.50 because the bank helped me withdraw my own cash. What the fuck, bruh? Fees for every little thing these days. That total of $5.50 pays for like half a day of my groceries. Okay, last page of my bank transactions for this month. Starting from the bottom, now we're here. Got paid from the office gig. I had some paid time off around that fortnight, and for legal reasons, we get paid slightly more for our time off. And I also got paid from the wagey job, a juicy $759.64. Whenever I make about $550, that's when I work my weekend shifts only. $650-ish is when I work one extra night, and $750-ish is when I work 2 extra nights on top of my weekend pay. So I did an extra 2 night shifts in this week, which is pretty manageable for me. I'm getting used to working these extra shifts too, so these may become permanent, who knows. Anyway, got more transfers here. A cash withdrawal of $1,030 for an electrician to do some spicing up to my house, and another fucking staff assistant service fee because apparently it cost me money to withdraw my own cash. Got health insurance here, paid monthly instead of annually since there's no discount for an annual payment, and by splitting up my payments into monthly amounts, the money sits in my bank account longer as opposed to paying it all at once, meaning I can either earn interest or reduce the interest paid on my mortgage in the meantime, since bank interest is calculated daily. Another gym payment, a payment for YouTube Premium since I cannot stand ads, and in a way, this is my subscription since I don't have Netflix, Disney Plus, Paramount, etc. And I've also mentioned this in prior videos, but I signed up to a free trial of any VPN company that allows free trials. I shopped around different countries to see which ones allow you to pay for YouTube Premium over there. The cheapest I found recently was Romania, since Argentina has now blocked this. And on top of this, they also accepted my CPA membership as a student membership, despite me not actually being a student anymore since I completed those studies. And there's also an international transaction fee involved with this. Another transfer, and then a mortgage payment of $2,191. My mortgage payments are higher than this, but this mortgage payment included payments for everything except the final stage of my home loan. So going forward, it'll be a bit more than this. A few more withdrawals for cash stuff like Facebook Marketplace, buying more items from Marketplace, another payment from wagey job, more transfers, another gym membership payment, another transfer, and then $1,442.04 on some fencing items for my house around my house, since I still have to pay for that shit since it wasn't included in the home build. Okay, not bad. Not many expenses, hey. Seems good. Well, that's just my bank statement. Wait until you see the credit card. Okay, much more activity here, since half the activity on my bank statement was just transferring money and getting paid. So first purchase was from Coles, the arch nemesis of the supermarket job I have. Why did I shop here? Because they are near some other businesses I interact with at my office job, and they have some pretty good deals on grapes, or they did at the time, which are an absolute cheat code for sticking to a calorie deficit. So I got some from there. Next purchase, steroids. Just kidding, but it's some supplements I use, and I may actually get an affiliate code with them if you can believe that, but I'll talk more on that another time. Next purchase, a gym membership at my new gym. How's this? $128 for an entire year. How about that? The gym membership you saw earlier was for my now old gym. I no longer go there. And I paid for this new one like slightly earlier than when I left that gym because I knew this deal wouldn't last for long. My old gym would cost me like $128 for 6 weeks. This one cost $128 for 52 weeks. To be honest though, I'm not the biggest fan of that gym, but hey, it's cheap. You get what you pay for, I guess. Once that expires, I may just seek out a better gym, to be honest. But in the meantime, I'll enjoy the savings and I guess the savings from this cheaper gym versus my old gym has paid for like a couple of couches in my house and maybe a table as well. Next purchase, insurance for my house. Homebuilder said I need insurance before handover since if some shit happens, like my house catches fire 10 minutes after he gives me my keys, I'm fucked since they no longer have any legal liability, so I made sure to get that shit. Save myself like $300 from simply shopping around for an hour. Easy money, great return on my time. Bought a new Gymshark stringer. I don't like supporting Gymshark, mostly because of that woke shit they pulled years ago with promoting some tubby bitch and gym gear. They had the nerve to do that after giving men body dysmorphia for almost an entire decade, and then they turn around and pull that shit. And I also saw Maxwell Cross's video lately on how they dropped him, so I really, really don't like supporting them. However, their stringers are goated. No stringers fit as well as theirs. If anyone knows where I can find stringers that fit like Gymshark stringers without them actually being from Gymshark themselves, please tell me. But I bought a new stringer since my old one was becoming like really worn out and stretchy. Like if you wore it normally, my nipples would be showing and I'm not that kind of guy in the gym. I had to like keep pulling it up. It was super annoying. So fuck it, let's get a new one. Especially since I'm more than saving this in the savings I've got with my cheaper gym membership now. $90.60 on a big grocery haul. I more than likely bought a bunch of meats and shit, more grapes from Coles, did a bit of snacking during work at some nearby cafe because I was super hungry, couldn't stick to the cut, and mentally I was all in on my new house versus sticking to the diet at the time. I don't know if that's a good or piss weak excuse, but all that matters is YOLO, I enjoyed a snack at my desk this one day. $40.95 from Boss Burger. I don't know if this exists elsewhere, but this franchise around nearby cities/towns where I live makes these fat burgers with these fat fries. So good. They're legit so filling I struggle to finish them off. And I'm a gym bro. I know how to bulk. I wasn't planning on getting this, but I YOLO purchased it since I bought myself an internet modem for my new house on this particular day, and I decided to celebrate with a nice big fat burger meal. Because apparently buying something is deserving of a feast, you fucking dumbass gamification. But hey, again, at this point I was mentally checked out of gym shit and mentally checked in on everything and anything related to my house. The $45.72 tech purchase was 4 new headphones. I lost my AirPods after Woolies one night, like a Woolies shift, and I can't go without headphones, so I bought new ones, only to find my AirPods the night after. But it's fine, these new headphones are sick, great bass, and they blend in with my hair and like wrap around your ear, so they're so easy to have in my ear whilst working at my wage job and getting away with it, because they literally like camouflage with my hair. Next is like a Hungry Jack's purchase. For anyone outside of Australia, Hungry Jack's is like our Burger King here. The reason Burger King is banned in Australia and we have to have Hungry Jack's instead is because the Burger King marketing team was so effective at marketing Burger King here that it was literally taking up 100% of all market share of all other foods here in Australia. So the government couldn't have such a powerful company destroying all other businesses in Australia, so they banned Burger King in the land down under. I'll show some of their marketing campaign, but I cannot show the entire thing out of fear of destroying Australian businesses. So here is part of the video. Now, in case you couldn't tell, that was all a joke. The real reason is that there's some legal name reasons behind why the name is different here, but it's the same shit. They're a fast food burger type of place. I think I got it as a celebratory dinner one night for my house or some shit. I don't know, I can't remember. More stuff from Coles. This was actually like the day after I got my keys, but it took another day to clear through the card. My socks got fucking soaked from all the rain, because my dad put some carpet near my front door in the meantime. Took off my shoes to walk on the carpet to walk into my house. Turns out the carpet was soaked due to rain earlier that day, so I was walking around with soaked socks in my brand new house and I just wasn't having it. So I went to the closest supermarket, which was a Coles, to buy myself some new socks, and I think something else whilst I was there. I'm normally a lot better at remembering what I bought. Can you tell I really wasn't locked in during this period? Not locked in on money, not locked in on gym or diet or even stocks, but I guess you only get a new house once, hey. Oh, also, I wasn't locked in on YouTube either. I really was only locked in on house stuff. And maybe work. I was working a lot. The $2,560.50 transfer was me paying off the credit card. Always pay it off before its due date. Then the $8.64 purchase was for a pie and some sauce at some cafe. Fucking expensive, but I did it for my lunch/celebration since this day was when my house stuff was getting closer to being more official, as I had a lot of furniture in my house at this time. As you can see, lots of celebration meals and foods this month. At the time I thought it was great, and I don't regret it, but wow did I justify a lot of bullshit spending. The $54.15 retail purchase was for more Australian Burger King. I paid for some family meal when some of my brothers and dad came around to my house. They helped me out with something, maybe it was moving furniture, I'm not sure. But that was me being generous and just having a nice memory with some of the family. A nice gesture in a way, for them taking the time out of their day to help me with some new house stuff and having some nice early memories in the new home. The $220.92 Temple & Webster purchase was for some linen covers. They were on sale, which, they probably just said that and they usually cost $220.92. I could have gotten some cheaper ones from Kmart or something, but the colors looked really nice on the website. But in person, they're not as nice, which is disappointing. I won't be doing this again. But it's whatever, I bought them now. The $430 was for my internet, so my monthly internet bill is $113 a month. Pretty steep, but living in the middle of nowhere my whole life, or most of it, the internet wasn't the greatest, so I paid for one of the more expensive providers with one of the fastest speeds. And there's also a branch for Telstra only 10 minutes from my house, so if there's ever some bullshit that pops up, I can just drive down and be like, yo, what the fuck is this? As opposed to when I was living with my parents in the middle of nowhere, I kind of just had to put up with it whenever the internet was down. Also, once I get tenants in, having much faster internet is a plus for them, otherwise we'd all get laggy internet. And I'll lump utilities in the rent payments so that the tenants will be paying a good portion of this anyway, but for now, I'm the one coughing up the dough. So that explains the $113. What about the remaining $300? Well, when you first get a new house, the NBN gets installed, but not connected, unless you paid for your builder to sort that out, which I did not. So what Telstra did was they went through the whole NBN connection thing themselves rather than me doing it. I pay Telstra the $300, which they then pass on to the NBN providers to hook up my house with internet. Or some shit. I don't know. Basically, I pay Telstra $300, and they pass that money on to someone else to sort out my internet. So that's what this $413 figure is. Now, last page for this video, we got $55 from Kmart. I can't recall exactly what this was for, but it was for some shit for my house. I don't know, a handheld vacuum, some cleaning items, maybe a rice cooker and whatnot. The next two eBay purchases for $200+ were for two flippable gaming items that I was surprised that I found. They're so rare, so I think I got a pretty good deal. It was some Pokemon-specific console from back in the day. It used to be a big thing that was marketed a lot, but now I swear most people don't even know it exists. And now, thanks to this eBay thing, along with my existing collection, I have 4 or 5, depending on how you look at it. These will have some fantastic resale value. At the time, I was obsessed with getting my other income stream of flipping items going, since I had just gotten great bargains from Facebook Marketplace. Some of those items I can just resell for a higher value easily, so I was like, dude, see if there's some other shit you can buy from online or Marketplace to resell for a higher value later, hence why this purchase exists. I've had to put that phase on hold / ditch it since I really need to conserve money for the rest of my house stuff like fencing and concreting. So moving on, Bunnings, $272. I know some of it was for a mailbox, some was for some cleaning stuff, I think. I cannot remember, but it was stuff related to my house. Next purchase was fried rice for dinner or lunch. I don't know. I was around one of the many local shopping complexes and shopping for more house stuff, and I'm like, YOLO again. Let's enjoy myself, hey? My new house and my new surroundings, let's celebrate. Lots of fucking celebrations, hey gamification. Well, you're now paying for it. The $485 gift card was prepaying $500 worth of fuel with a gift card that gets you a 3% discount for. I think I mentioned it in my $9 groceries video, but if I didn't, it follows a similar concept to that. I can buy discounted gift cards that can be used for fuel or groceries. I get 3% off fuel, 4% off groceries, easy money. The $64 purchase from some tech shop was for a new phone charger, I think. I left my phone charger at home one of these days, one day, and I really needed my phone charged since my phone didn't charge properly overnight, typical. I needed my phone during the day for a delivery to my house, as well as contacting my dad for another Facebook Marketplace meetup later that night. So I just paid for a new charger. I think I must have bought something else as well, because I don't think a charger is this expensive, but I can only really think of the charger. The charger is pretty nice though. It's a fast charger and also has another additional port to charge another phone as well. So you got your money's worth, but still, it's something I could have just not paid for if I remembered my phone charger and bringing it to work and my phone actually charged overnight. I could have avoided this purchase easily. July 26 had Hungry Jack's for lunch, so this day I had an electrician over to my house to change the lights and make them fancier, install an additional PowerPoint in my room, and install and mount 4 TVs to each bedroom. So whilst he was doing this, I went to pick up the gaming device from someone on Facebook Marketplace, and again, YOLO, had Hungry Jack's / Aussie Burger King for lunch. Later that night, I went down to a shopping complex to buy more shit for my house, and again, YOLO celebrate, had a halal snack pack for dinner. You can see the other July 26 purchase for $100.30 from Kmart, more stuff for my house, and after I bought that HSB for dinner. Next purchase, $480, was prepaying $500 worth of groceries on a gift card with a 4% discount. Same thing I mentioned earlier. $15 on Macca's, not sure what this is, was probably some other celebration thing though. $19, $7, and $14 from Kmart for a few various items, again relating to my house. So that's it from my credit card. Big yikes, big spend month. Thankfully I'm past that whole celebrating my new house phase, and now we're back to our regularly scheduled budgeting. You only get a new house once anyway. Well, most people only get a new house once, and other bits and bobs like my gift cards for fuel and groceries are necessary anyway, and the eBay purchases for flippable items are a potential doubling or more of my money in the near future, and we also love additional income streams, hey? So changing up the style of videos a bit, might just go through my whole bank and credit card statements for these videos going forward, versus just listing off my Excel documents that I did in the prior videos. So did you overspend this month? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, that is all.